friends, just a quick video, unplanned video, but it needed to be shot because of what has occurred. We are still on our rockhounding venture, doing a loop around southeastern Oregon, and our plans got changed. We've had serious weather, intense winds and rain. When the ground gets saturated out here, you don't pull the trailer through it too easily. So rather than risk getting stuck somewhere along the way, we stayed put. This afternoon it lightened up like this quite a bit. We thought we might as well go rockhounding. What else, right? When we first started out, it was still so wet that our shoes were building as we went. But we went up this way and we're looking west. No, excuse me. We're looking east, and we went up over that hill and up onto that next hill. And we were searching. We were out probably an hour and a half, maybe getting closer to 2 hours. And then just on the other side, we found quite a collection of them. That is a large chunk of plume agate. It's actually a sea maggot, but it's got the white plumes in it, as you can see there. Well, I started looking around and I kept seeing more pieces popping up in that same area. And all of these pieces came from that very same area. This is the largest piece that I found. We would just take the pick and go down through the dirt. We're going to clank, we dig it up, and we kept finding more and more of these sea maggots. Some of them are a little thinner, some of them have crystals in them. That one actually broke open and you can see how it's translucent in the center. You even got botryoidal formations, but then you have all that, I don't know what that is that's included in there, little plumes that go down in there. Amazing day that we didn't plan. I won't say that we weren't a little whiny this morning as we're sitting on our trailer and the trailer's rocking back and forth in the wind and the rain is just pounding. Couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do our plans. What an amazing special blessing we got. And I know I'm sounding super spiritual for some of you, but you know, my life is all about following Jesus. And I wish I could tell you I did it really well. I don't, but it's good, and it's all because of the grace of God. Sorry about all the wind noise in that video, but obviously we're home now, and I've cut up a few of these agates. I chose a couple of smaller pieces and then a couple of the bigger pieces, and interestingly, they're quite different than what we found at North Bead, even though I would still call them a plume agate. Look how pretty these guys are. So rather than having all those plumes coming into the center, plumes come in just a little distance, but there's little white puffs all throughout the chalcedony in the center. That's one of the smaller ones I cut. This is the next one. These definitely a rougher, coarser agate formation than what we found at North Bead, but still has some, it's still pretty. I don't know what that is in there, if that's rust or if that's just different coloration because of what went in there, but you can see that as a seam, the agate collected on almost all of these from the side and eventually grew together. Interesting. That wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty. This one was very pretty, as far as lots of plume in the middle. Here again, you can see the line where the agate eventually met. This one I decided to do a couple of slices, and just to see how it varied throughout the stone. And this has got a lot of the white in it, but there is an area in the very heart of it that is clear chalcedony. You can kind of see the shadow of my finger back there. As I got into these bigger ones, these bigger chunks, this was a really nice, good size, big chunk. I took one sliver out. It was like, this is really cool. You look at these, that has all kinds of plume detail around it, and there again you can see light right through there. And here's the other side of that one. The shorter side. This was one of the larger pieces that we found. Pretty cool. And then here's the largest, and I did the same thing. I took a slice. Look at the depth in that one. That one, I think, will make a really more of a specimen sitting up like that and polished than it will make beautiful jewelry. It's neat. Not sure I would call it beautiful, but it's neat. All those little puffs of plume in there. Here's the slabber that I did. It's got these little like dendrite spots in there. And here's the final side. Really neat in that you can see so deep into different spots in here. If I assume this outside crust, it looks to me like maybe an opal out here, this really white stuff. Another one to make just a pretty neat specimen, just polished up and shiny. I'd like it as a specimen. I don't know if other people would, but I think it's very cool. So there we go. Some very interesting specimens from right near our campsite in the Warm Springs area of southeastern Oregon. Till next time, may the Lord bless each of you.